Hey, it's Jamithatsme here. Welcome back to the channel. Yesterday, social media was up in arms after they learned about Ime Udoka, the head coach over there for the Boston Celtics, and also the fiancée to Nia Long, had been caught cheating on her. He was having a relationship with a female staff member, and it seems to be a consensual one where they both agreed that that's what they wanted to do, even though he had a significant other, and even though they worked for the Boston Celtics, okay? Now, it was a lot of conversation that took place yesterday about whether or not he was going to be suspended, only for us to find out by the end of that day that the suspension was indeed true, and the suspension is for the rest of the season. Okay, now once it was officially announced on letterhead in a press release by the Boston Celtics, Ime Udoka ended up apologizing. Okay, but before we get to his apology, let's go ahead and get into what the Boston Celtics had to say. They said the Boston Celtics announced today that the team has suspended head coach Ime Udoka for the 2022-2023 season for violations of team policies. A decision about his future with the Celtics beyond this season will be made at a later date. The suspension takes effect immediately. So shortly after that, that is when Ime Udoka came out and pretty much apologized, okay? He says, I want to apologize to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family for letting them down. I am sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation, and I accept the team's decision. Out of respect for everyone involved, I will have no further comment. Now, the only thing that I'm wondering is how Nia Long is holding up and how she's responding to him based on what he's done. I remember listening to an interview that she did a while back, and she just pretty much was kind of like getting teary-eyed, kind of like in tears, just thinking about herself as an actress and how hard it is for her to fight being the woman that she is, looking the way that she does in this particular industry. And it's not foreign. A lot of y'all should know what I'm talking about, because Viola Davis has went on to even talk about this on multiple platforms where people see her as the black Meryl Streep but don't want to pay her the Meryl Streep type of coin. So Nia Long was doing an interview, and she kind of, talked about, how hard it is for her in the field that she's in. And I do wonder whether or not the Ime Udoka situation and him cheating on her, I'm wondering if that's going to have any effect on her career at all. Just wondering, okay? It could be a situation that her gigs may not go away completely, but it could be on pause at this time to get some of the conversations to die down. Don't know for sure. Not sure if it's going to be something that's going to help her or if it's going to hurt her, but I would love to hear you all's thoughts and comments down below in the comment section, okay? But let's go ahead and move on, because I do want to get into DaBaby and Megan Thee Stallion. So let's talk about that. DaBaby actually has been like a long-time collaborator and friend to Megan Thee Stallion, but that really all fell apart when DaBaby decided to put Tory Lanez on a song. And y'all know that Tory Lanez is the person that allegedly shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot back in 2020. Now, DaBaby and Megan at some point did have a heated conversation going back and forth over there on the Twitter. You feel what I'm saying? And then her boyfriend Party at some point did jump into that conversation. And after all of that went down, it pretty much resulted in Megan and DaBaby being done with each other. Just not following each other, just done. We cool on it. Well, DaBaby has dropped a new song called Boogeyman or something like that, and it states that he and Megan actually crossed the line with each other. So in the song, he addresses that, and once he addressed that and, the audio leaked or whatever, social media has been dragging him because they find him to always be disrespectful, and the only times he seemed to really make the blogs is when he's disrespecting women. So we are going to get into what the social media, the Twitter, what the people had to say, but before we get into that, we have to check out these lyrics and what DaBaby was out here saying. So the lyrics go like this. You play with me that SHI was childish. The day before she said that Tory Lanez shot her, I was fucking on Megan Thee Stallion. Waited to say this SHI on my next album. Hit it the day before too, but I kept it player. I ain't say nothing about it. Had her pretty boyfriend tweeting me, ready to die about the BIT like a coward. So these were definitely shots, in my opinion, that were fired over there to Megan Thee Stallion as well as her boyfriend Party. Because there was a time when Megan and DaBaby were going at it with each other, and Party had to step in, as a man is going to do, with his lady and check the hell out of another man. So now it seems like it makes more sense for DaBaby to go at both of them, because he believes they're probably going to get on social media and they're going to go back and forth with him, and it's only going to help his song or his album or whatever it is that he's about to drop, right? So I kind of feel like he is doing this for like clout purposes or whatever. And I'm just wondering whether or not Megan is actually going to respond to him and other people that are out here saying things about her. I feel like she might not address it because some part of me thinks that Megan is now aware that people are really using her for clout. So should I really address this situation, or should I just let it be dead to the bed, let these people think and say whatever they want to do? That's going to be very difficult in my opinion, because I feel like people are going to start saying, well, hey, Megan, you not saying nothing is very telling, girl. You not saying nothing is very telling. You know, they always out here trying to come for Megan about something. So I don't know. She might address it and she might not address it at all. We'll just have to see. Now, I will say, once this audio leaked on the blog, specifically the Shade Room, there was someone that actually took to the Shade Room to address said allegations from DaBaby, and pretty much stating that this rumor had already been out there a long time ago. So this person says it's the fact that at Gossip of the City T said the argument was over DaBaby, and now this. And this how rap go. Tupac did the same SHI, like, let's get out of our feelings because this is a part of life. She ran through him fast off that liquor. So then Gossip of the City responds and says facts. So that leaves me a little bit confused, because I thought that the argument was primarily over Tory. Now, I do remember Kelsey going live and she kind of mentioned that this wasn't the first time Megan did that to her. So are you trying to say that maybe Kelsey was talking to DaBaby at one point, and then Megan went behind her back, and then Kelsey was talking to Tory Lanez, and then Megan went behind her back on that as well? See, now y'all got me just a little bit confused, okay? But who y'all do not have confused or messed up are the people over there on Twitter. So let's go ahead and get into what those individuals had to say, honey. So someone says, all DaBaby confirmed for the world is that he pillow talk when SHI gets hectic. Whoa. And Meg, really, what she rap about? She play it and she keep SHI moving. She kept that tucked. But of course, DaBaby, low on resources and clout, gave her haters exactly what they wanted for 15 minutes. Someone else says, DaBaby had the biggest fall off since Fetty Wap. The fact that he's using Megan to make some noise is crazy. Someone else says, let's see if Party has the same energy he had for The Rock for DaBaby. Someone says, DaBaby only trends when he's disrespecting women. Very telling. Strange how DaBaby is now saying he slept with Megan after she posts photos of her living her best life with her man. Seems like he's trying to get people to talk about his whack album. Someone else says, I'm convinced DaBaby saw everybody saying he was weak as hell and decided to bring up Megan. You cannot tell me otherwise. So those are some of the things that the people had to say regarding DaBaby and the things he had to say over there in his new song. So I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments about everything. Go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling, what you're thinking about this overall situation. Go ahead and dissect things down below. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like the video before you exit. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.